Where is the dignified housing for people who are ready to move on and start fresh?
BC's housing minister says the provincial government will be opening over 300 housing spaces for people currently living in tents on the Downtown Eastside. Ravi Kaulon says there are currently over 100 people sheltering outside near the Hastings Strip, and 70 of them say they want housing. But until those homes become available, the government wants people off the street now.
We are actively encouraging people to take those spaces. We can say with confidence that it is much safer for people to be in those shelters than it is to be in those encampments.
The model of housing that's available to people right now is predominantly supportive housing.
Hamish Ballantyne with the Vancouver Area Network of Drug Users says the housing available is restrictive and deters many people.
When you're moving off the street, so you're moving into a building where you have staff who enforce a lot of rules that people are very uncomfortable with.
Every single day we do hear heartbreaking stories related to vandalism and theft and overdose deaths and tent fires.
And a tent fire earlier in March had the chief calling for change.
It's a mental health crisis, it's a substance use issue, and it's a housing issue.
Ballantyne says he hosts meetings every Monday for people living in tents and on the street in the Downtown Eastside.
We have up to 50 people come to each meeting, and every time people echo these exact concerns, that the housing that's currently available is not good enough, that they don't feel safe there or respected or dignified.
On Sunday, Kaulon said the ministry is aware of problems with SROs, and he says they're working with BC Housing
to address the SRO stock that is older, to ensure that either it can be upgraded or, in some cases, taken down and new units being built.
He says the new units will be a combination of modular housing and SROs.
So the freedom of being outside is sometimes a little bit better.
Scotty Arconidis used to live in a tent and says he understands why some people are reluctant to give up tent life for SROs.
There's a lot of problems like disease and air quality issues.
Ballantyne says if the government wants people off the street, it needs to meet a higher standard.
There needs to be housing provided that is safe and dignified for people who are living unhoused.
In Vancouver, Angela Bauer, City News.